Yes, 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 Kenya. Tamu sana. Oh yeah, I see. Tamu sana. Oh yes. Hmm. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. There is some kind of a storm, or rather there is a storm brewing between one William Ruto, the deputy president, and Nixon Korir, Langata member of parliament. This is after William Ruto met some artists led by Jalango and Calligraph at his Hustler mansion. So after meeting these leaders, some details have emerged. Some details are now emerging that William Ruto plans on dumping one Nixon Korir and fronting maybe Jalango, this comedian here. And this is what one member of parliament from Sotik, Koskei, posted. Honorable Dominic Koskei Sotet Jr. This is what he posted through his Facebook account. William Ruto will endorse Jalango in Langata constituency. Nixon Korir shall be sacrificed because Luo votes are needed in Hustler movement. But Jakakimba factor will spoil everything. Man to watch in Langata. To be president, you need a proper calculated matrix. That's what Sotik member of parliament, Honorable Dominic Koskei Sotet Jr. posted after the meeting between one William Ruto and this host led by Jalango and Calligraph. So, ladies and gentlemen, for quite some times now, we have been treated to a lot of theatrics from Langata constituency. Just some days earlier, there was some media frenzy of how one Nixon Korir Langata member of parliament had allocated his bursary funds to only one community. And also, this member of parliament for Sotik had also highlighted on that. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, what this member here wrote about the bursary allocation in Langata. Here is my fellow member of parliament, Honorable Nixon Korir, awarding non-Langata constituents, Kalenjins, bursaries so as to please his master. Hypocrisy will end soon. This way of bringing down hustler narrative to a tribal-based narrative. That was Sotik member of parliament, ladies, again, posting that post of how Nixon Korir had allocated bursaries in Langata constituency. And he was insinuating that Korir awarded most non-residents of Langata constituency bursaries, and that they were mainly from Kalenjin community. So, so this MP Dominic from Sotik was saying that this is one way of bringing down the hustler narrative to a tribal narrative, a tribal-based narrative. Then also, ladies and gentlemen, the topic of Langata has really drawn a lot of attention. And Ngunjiri Wambugu, this Nyeri town member of parliament, has also hinted on the same. He has also just castigated the member of parliament for allocating bursaries to his tribesmen who might not even be residents of Nairobi. Let me read it for you a little bit very fast. I don't understand why people say we don't have members from Rift Valley living in Nairobi. This is now Ngujiri Wambugu posting through his Facebook account. Clearly, we have quite a number in the city, and several of them actually live just in Langata constituency alone. He's sarcastically trying to hit out at Langata member of parliament, Nixon Korir, for allocating bursaries to his Kalenjin tribesmen only, to a majority of his tribesmen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, then he continues with some posts again, but we won't read that. So let's go to the substantive issue. For quite some times now, ladies and gentlemen, Nixon Korir has been facing a lot of challenges after it emerged through social media that he had allocated bursary funds to a large portion of the funds he allocated to his tribesmen, the Kalenjin. Then rumors has also emerged, ladies and gentlemen, that one William Ruto might be planning to dump Nixon Korir and maybe to front Jalango for Langata parliamentary seat in 2022. And that has really brought some, naturally there is a war or a brawl naturally brewing between Nixon Korir and William Ruto. Because Nixon Korir, ladies and gentlemen, from what we have been seeing recently, we saw him in Nakuru, where he was almost roughed up and almost beaten when he was there to show some kind of solidarity with other candidates. There was some by-election in Nakuru. I think it was London Ward, I think so. So Nixon Korir has been a very staunch supporter and loyal lieutenant of Deputy President. But now rumors are emerging that Ruto is planning maybe to dump him and maybe front maybe somebody like Jalango or even any other local candidate to test for Langata parliamentary seat in 2022. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. Nixon Korir won the Langata parliamentary seat in 2017 just out of sheer luck. It was luck, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you check at the results of Langata constituency in 2017, the margin between Nixon Korir and ODM candidate was too small. In fact, it was less than 1,000 votes. If I may not be, if I put it rightly, it was not less than 1,000. It was less than 1,000 votes, ladies and gentlemen. And then we had a Wiper candidate who stood on a Wiper for the Langata parliamentary seat, one Omondi, Madam Omondi, this former nominated senator. Omondi being a Luo, he got support of very many Luos there. And that split the ODM candidates' votes. Because Omondi of Wiper managed to garner well over 12,000 votes. And then ODM candidate had about 41,000, and Nixon Korir also had about 41,000. So if you add the 12,000 votes, Omondi might have denied the ODM candidate. If you add it onto ODM candidate, then it just tells you that were Omondi not in the race, then most likely the ODM candidate, Oscar, might have won that seat very easily. So going towards 2022, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto has looked at all the possible options. William Ruto knows pretty well that if he fronts Nixon Korir, chances of recapturing that seat is almost 0-0. Simply because Nixon Korir has portrayed a picture of somebody who is a tribalist, somebody who only favors people from his community. Whether he did that on behalf of his master, as Sotik Member of Parliament puts it, that's a story for another day. But what we know is that has portrayed Nixon Korir very badly among the residents of Langata constituency. Because Langata constituency is a cosmopolitan constituency. There are different tribes there, though majority there are maybe Luos and maybe Luyas and Kisses. But there is also a sizable population of the Kalenjin. But what I know, ladies and gentlemen, that there was also some kind of voter importation, especially from the adjacent Landmawe ward in Starehe. We witnessed that anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ruto has already calculated probably, and he says that if he fronts Gideon, maybe Nixon Korir for that seat in 2022, then it will be a tall order for him to recapture that seat. So he might be looking at the possibilities of maybe fronting maybe a new candidate. So it's not far-fetched, because Ruto, from what we know, ladies and gentlemen, the only seat in Nairobi that maybe Ruto can have some chances is maybe Langata, because of the Kalenjin population there. There is no any other city in Nairobi maybe Ruto going towards 2022 can have an MP apart from Langata. So I know he's going to try and do everything possible to make sure he bags that seat. And one way maybe Ruto wants to bag that seat is maybe to front somebody, a candidate who is not maybe a Kalenjin candidate. And rumors has it that as of now, he might be toying with the idea of fronting one Jalango. But then again, Jalango, with due respect, I don't think he's that formidable on the ground, because he has not been really much on the ground in Langata, apart from his comedy and being known maybe nationally. On the ground is a different matrix altogether. But it's only time that will tell whether he'll make it. But I can accurately predict here that there is some kind of Brawl that is slowly but surely will be emerging out of that close association between one William Ruto and Jalang, or maybe even Owalo, something like that anyway. There is some kind of a Brawl that will definitely emerge between William Ruto and Langata Member of Parliament Nixon Korir. You might even find Nixon Korir decamping from the hustler, maybe even joining another outfit. Otherwise, folks, I don't know what you think. If you bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and also on the notification bell in order to get a notification anytime we upload a new video. And for those watching us outside of Kenya, please drop a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And then some people have also been asking for my number. I've pinned it down on the comment section. If you want to have a private chat with me, you can contact me through my WhatsApp number. Or maybe, if you might be willing to chip in something to support this program, you can also contact me through my WhatsApp number. Otherwise, God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana.